We are here today at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for the second week in a row to watch the Philadelphia Eagles take on the 0-1 Buffalo Bills, led by rookie quarterback Johnny Manziel. Manziel was the 7th overall pick in this year's draft, and he was predicted to be number 1 but slipped all the way down to 7, which is pretty big, as I think there were 3 quarterbacks taken ahead of him. So now Johnny Manziel is trying to figure out this Buffalo offense, and we will see how he does today after Philadelphia completely slaughtered their opponent last week, the New York Giants, 58-16. And Matt Barkley did tremendous in his starter debut. And now we'll see how this game goes, as it is now underway with the kickoff. And Devin Hester is now a Buffalo Bill, and he takes it and kneels it in the end zone. So it looks like they went and got Manziel a target during free agency, and C.J. Spiller would get a 3-yard gain and be tackled to the ground. E.J. Manuel apparently only had 1 or 2 years to do something and apparently could not do it, so they replaced him. And now 3rd and 2 for the Buffalo Bills. Manziel snap, handoff to C.J. Spiller. Spiller gets a nice gain on that one. Make it first down, 3 rushes, 22 yards. We have not seen Manziel throw, but we will get to see it here. He fires and finds Smith, who gets a 9-yard gain on the play, 8-yard gain on the play, and make it 2nd and 2 now for the Buffalo Bills. 3rd and 1 after we skipped a play. Handoff C.J. Spiller, and Patrick Chung comes into the backfield and completely lays him out in order to stop that play. And now it's the Philadelphia Eagles' turn. 1st and 10, Matt Barkley fires, finding Riley Cooper for the 5-yard gain. And now he comes back out next play, 2nd and 5. Handoff LeSean McCoy, who had near 200 yards last week. He gets a 5-yard gain on his first carry of the day and gets the first down. Now Matt Barkley in shotgun again. Barkley on the read option. Barkley will run and get leveled completely. Make it 3rd and inches for the Philadelphia Eagles on a 7-yard gain. And after that hit, I don't know if Barkley's going to be shaken up or not. And he fires, and that was way off the target as it is nearly picked off. So now we punt the ball back to Buffalo. Here comes Johnny Manziel back out, and Manziel handoff C.J. Spiller. And Spiller gets a nice gain on that one, 8 yards, 5 rushes for 30 yards for C.J. Spiller. And this Buffalo offense is so far working pretty well. And now Manziel on 3rd and 5 fires, finding Smith, and Smith would have the first down on the play. And Manziel so far has been fairly accurate. I don't think he's thrown an incomplete pass yet. 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. Manziel dropping back. Manziel firing and finding Graham. And that's a 6-yard gain on that one. Manziel's just throwing a bunch of little short passes. He's not really taking advantage of anything deep. And Manziel sends a man in motion. Handoff C.J. Spiller. Spiller to the outside. And he would get hit and make it 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. I did not think he got that first down, but I guess the refs did. And next play, Manziel handoff to Bell. Bell to the outside. Patrick Chung comes in and levels him completely. 2nd and 4 now for the Buffalo Bills as Johnny Manziel comes out and shotgun, and he'll do a read option. And Manziel fairly quicker than Matt Barkley, as Patrick Chung would be the one on the tackle, and he gets a 24-yard gain on that one. 1st and 10 on the next play. Manziel all alone in the backfield. He drops back. He fires. Finds Bell, who gets dragged into the end zone. Touchdown. This will be the first time the Philadelphia Eagles have been losing all year, which pretty much just one game, but they are now in a 7-point deficit, as here comes Matt Barkley trying to get some points back. He fires and finds Ted Ginn. Make it 3rd and 2 after a 9-yard gain. That was a tremendous catch by Ted Ginn, by the way. And now 3rd and 2. Handoff LeSean McCoy. McCoy barely gets that first down. He kind of tripped over the first down marker after getting hit. So now it's still 7-0. Next play, handoff LeSean McCoy. McCoy up the middle. McCoy to the left side, but he gets dragged down. 5 rushes for 33 yards. That may just be what this offense needed, was one decent play from their star halfback. He fires, finds Austin Safarian-Jenkins, I believe on his first catch of his career, for a 21-yard gain on that one. Last game he dropped a couple big passes. 2nd and 7, handoff to LeSean McCoy, and he gets a 5-yard gain. 7 rushes, 37 yards on that one. And 3rd and 2 now for the Philadelphia Eagles. Here comes Matt Barkley. He drops back and fires and throws it behind his target, overthrows everyone. So now here comes Dan Carpenter out onto the field again, who has yet to miss so far this season. And I believe that kick right there makes him 4 for 4 on the year. 7-3 now for Buffalo as Johnny Manziel comes out in shotgun, 2nd and 8. Manziel fires and finds Smith, but he is brought down by Kendricks, and he would lose a yard on that play, so now it's 3rd and 9. Manziel is 5 for 5. So, yes, he is 100% so far on the day. 3rd and 9 for Johnny Manziel. Sends a man in motion as Thornton going to try to come in, but he can't get anywhere. And Kerry Williams would level that receiver, Stevie Johnson, after a 5-yard gain, 4th and 3. They'd punt the ball back to Philly, and now LeSean McCoy with the football. McCoy to the left side. McCoy's going to break a tackle and then get dragged down. But 8 rushes, 76 yards for LeSean McCoy after that huge gain. And now it's 2nd and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles. He fires, finds Cooper, and Cooper would get a 9-yard gain on that one. 3rd and inches for the Philadelphia Eagles. And now he comes out and fires, and it is tipped down. Austin Seferian-Jenkins did not even look for that ball. They would go for it on 4th and inches. Handoff LeSean McCoy. McCoy would get it easily as Jarius Byrd would be the one to bring him down. Now Barkley from under center. He's looking, firing, finding Austin Seferian-Jenkins, who would break a tackle and then truck someone. He has 2 receptions for 35 yards. He was not able to score. And now handoff LeSean McCoy as he walks into the end zone. He would get hit afterwards, but he got in anyway, so he doesn't even care. As Matt Barkley and LeSean McCoy are now celebrating, especially since the Eagles now have a 10-7 lead. And Johnny Manziel pitched back to C.J. Spiller. Spiller would get the first down and be able to spin out someone else, and then Bradley Fletcher would have to push him out of bounds. 8 rushes for 55 yards for C.J. Spiller. Next play, Manziel all alone in the backfield. Manziel drops back. He's looking, firing, finding Goodwin, who would get dragged down after a 7-yard gain. Goodwin on his first catch of the day. And now Matt Barkley on 3rd and 2, nearing the 2-minute warning. Matt Barkley handoff C.J. Spiller, and Spiller would get the first down, and that would take us to the 2-minute warning on the play. He has 9 rushes for 60 yards on the day. And here's the first play after the 2-minute warning. Manziel fires, finds Spiller. Spiller makes one guy miss, but whenever he made a miss, he walked right out of bounds. So now the clock stops, 2nd and 9. The clock is now ticking. Under a minute and a half to go, he finds Bell, and Bell would get dragged down. And it's 3rd and 8 now for the Buffalo Bills as Johnny Manziel is just letting the clock tick away. About a minute to go in the ball game now. Manziel would fire, and it is tipped down, and that would lead to a field goal for Buffalo. And he comes out, E.J. Manuel on the hold, and it is good. Under a minute to go. It is 10-10. Philadelphia just let the game get tied. And now here comes the kickoff, and back to return is Ted Ginn, who catches it in the end zone. He runs out. He'll cut to the left. Ginn cuts back inside and then cuts back outside and gets a nice gain on that one all the way to the 42-yard line, keeping hopes alive to maybe at least get a field goal out of this drive. Barkley from shotgun fires, finds Ted Ginn, who hesitates and then is hit. And from the 44 now, 1st and 10, about 30 seconds to go, Barkley fires and finds Jason Avant, who gets open and could not get out of bounds, but there is a Buffalo player injured, so we did not have to use a timeout. And now under 30 seconds to go, Barkley fires, finds Cooper, and he's dragged down after the first down, but he does get a nice play. 20 seconds and the clock is ticking. After Philadelphia timeout, it's at 19 seconds. Barkley fires, finds LeSean McCoy. McCoy trips over someone, trucks someone, and then is dragged down at the 3-yard line. Philadelphia uses another timeout at 10 seconds. And now Barkley fires and overthrows his target. And now it's 2nd and goal. 8 seconds to go. Barkley drops back, fires, and overthrows everyone again. 3rd and goal. 5 seconds to go. And now Matt Barkley would come out. LeSean McCoy in the backfield. McCoy gets the carry. And he is dragged into the end zone. Touchdown Philadelphia. And that is McCoy's second touchdown on the day. 17-10 now for Philadelphia. There's the stats. No really big numbers. So this game has been pretty, non-explosive so far. As LeSean McCoy gets first carry of the half and it gets a 1-yard gain, and Marcel Darius brings him down. And now LeSean McCoy gets tackled again, make it 3rd and 6. Marcel Darius on the tackle again. And Philadelphia Eagles, Matt Barkley drops back. He fires and overthrows Brad Smith. He made that pass last week. I don't know why he didn't make it just right there, but he couldn't. And so now the ball goes back to Buffalo as Johnny Manziel comes out for his first drive of the second half. And Bell, that play just blew up from the start. Tripped over a guy and then got dragged down, 7-yard loss. And now Spiller is tackled on the backfield, 3rd and 18. They've got to make up some serious ground now as Johnny Manziel comes out in shotgun. And Manziel drops back. He's going to go with the screen. And Kendricks in the backfield blows it up, 4th and 20. That drive started on the 37, ended on the 27. And now the Eagles come out for their next drive as McCoy cannot really get anything. 6 yards, 16 rushes, 96 yards on the day. And now Matt Barkley on a read option. Barkley would keep it himself. Barkley's got a really nice hole there. And Barkley goes all the way up to the 30-yard line. 2 rushes, 42 yards for Matt Barkley. Pretty big gain on that one. Now 1st and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Barkley drops back, fires, finds Ted Ginn, who is dragged to the ground. 6-yard gain on that one. Matt Barkley from shotgun, looking, firing, finding DeSean Jackson, who makes 2 people miss, and then goes into the end zone to give the Eagles a 2-score lead, 24-10 Philadelphia. And this game, it looked like it was going to be good at first, but now it's just kind of becoming one-sided as this Buffalo offense cannot do anything at the moment. 2nd and 12, handoff Spiller, and he is tackled in the backfield again, 3rd and 13, as Brandon Boykin being on that tackle. And now from the 17-yard line, Johnny Manziel fires, and no one's going to catch that one. They would punt the ball back to Philadelphia. 2nd and 10, Matt Barkley. He fires and finds DeSean Jackson, but he is hit, so he drops it. 3rd and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now comes out, Barkley fires, finds Brad Smith, who would get tackled. Smith, 1 reception, 17 yards. There's Barkley's stats on the day. Not as high numbers as there was last week, but they're still pretty good. And now LeSean McCoy on 1st and 10 will get a 9-yard gain, but LeSean would be injured, so in comes Darius Raynaud, the back who stood out in the preseason fairly well, and he gets a nice gain on that one, 7 yards on that play. And now Matt Barkley comes out on 1st and 10. Barkley drops back. He's looking, firing, finding DeSean Jackson, who then gets dragged down. You can see our red zone stats there. 2nd and 3. LeSean McCoy is now back in the game. He goes to the back of the end zone, and he cannot get it to DeSean Jackson. DeSean could not keep 2 feet in bounds. It was a nice try, though. 3rd and 3 for the Eagles. Barkley drops back, and he fires to the end zone, and is picked off by Jarius Byrd in the end zone, who just kneels it. That would be Barkley's first pick on the year. And now Manziel sending a man in motion. Manziel's got to do something fairly quick to keep his hopes of winning alive, as Manziel does just that as he breaks through the entire defense. 3 rushes, 36 yards. And now Johnny Manziel, handoff CJ Spiller, who gets leveled by Patrick Chung, and he would be injured on that one. Patrick Chung seems to only make big hits. And 2nd and 6, Manziel fires and finds Smith, who would fumble the ball, and it would be picked up by Graham, but it would be a 1st down for the Buffalo Bills. It's kind of a scare there for Buffalo, there for a second. Now Manziel on the read option. Manziel is going up the right side, and he gets dragged down. He would be injured on that play. I'm not even sure how you'd get injured on that kind of tackle, but he did. So in comes E.J. Manuel. And E.J. Manuel from under center will hand off to Bell, who would get a nice 1st down on that one. He has 6 rushes for 13 yards, most of his yards coming from that one carry. Now next play, handoff Bell. Thornton on the hit, and Puha on the recover. And Puha was one of the free agents that we got during the offseason. And now Barkley coming out. nearing the end of the third quarter, and Barkley just throws that one away. 3rd and 8 for the Eagles. And Matt Barkley back in shotgun. He's looking. Barkley firing and finding Ted Ginn, who gets completely leveled by Jarius Byrd. So they would punt the ball back to Buffalo. Now starting the 4th quarter, and Buffalo is down by 2 touchdowns. Johnny Manziel is back in the game as Bell gets a nice gain on that one. He has 3 receptions for 40 yards. They've got to score here if they want to keep most hope alive. And Manziel firing and finding Bell again on another screen, but it would not work 2 plays in a row. And we have really shut down Manziel most of the day on yardage-wise. And Manziel fires, and that time we didn't, as he now has over 100 yards passing, as Graham catches that one. 2nd and 7, and Manziel dropping back, looking, firing, finding Starks, who would get a first down. 11 minutes to go. They're eating up a lot of clock on these drives. Manziel completed 6 passes in a row right now, as Johnny Manziel would go to the end zone to test Brandon Boykin, and it would not pay off for him, as Boykin comes up with a pick. And he tested Brandon Boykin and paid for it. So now next possession, LeSean McCoy come out, and McCoy gets a 9-yard gain. 20 rushes, 116 yards on the day for LeSean. Manziel looks like calling a few audibles, and he fires and finds Cooper, but he's instantly brought down for a 3-yard loss. And now 3rd and 4, Manziel driving back, firing, finding Jenkins, but he cannot hold on to it. And that would be a 3 and out for the Philadelphia Eagles. So now Johnny Manziel has the ball back with 8 minutes to go in the ball game. He fires and finds Stevie Johnson. 4th and inches now for the Buffalo Bills. At this point, you have to go for it, and they would. Now from shotgun, Manziel, read option, and that's exactly what they needed to get past us. 5 rushes, 67 yards. If they don't score on this possession, it is pretty much over. And now he goes, and he is tackled. 2 receptions, 25 yards. And now Johnny Manziel, I cannot remember his name, hand off to Bell and make it 3rd and 2, as Trey Boston is the one to bring him down. I honestly don't know why Trey Boston's in. He's the backup free safety. He's been in a lot of plays. 3rd and 2, Johnny Manziel dropping back. Manziel's going to run it, and Manziel slides, but it makes it 1st and goal. This game could be very close if he scores. Manziel on 2nd and goal. Manziel on a read option, and Eric Wolf would hit him, and he fumbles, and Bradley Fletcher picks it up. Manziel fumbled on the 2-yard line, and the Eagles would recover. So that puts a huge dent in their hopes to win. And 3 minutes to go, handoff LeSean McCoy. McCoy up the middle, and he gets a nice gain. 21 rushes, 129 yards on the day. And now from shotgun, handoff to McCoy again, as McCoy would get another nice gain. This defense is just falling apart. 22 rushes, 148 yards. And now LeSean McCoy again would actually get hit there. And 2nd and 2, a minute 45 to go. LeSean McCoy would just get by the entire defense and run into the end zone. 31-10. That is all hope for Buffalo gone now, as Philadelphia has been playing great, and Manziel's just trying to do something, as he would fire and find Stevie Johnson, who would spin out of a tackle, and then Patrick Chung would be the one to bring him down, but it's too late for Buffalo to do anything now, as this game is pretty much over. And now with a minute to go in the ball game, Buffalo fires to the end zone, and incomplete. 4th and 10. So they would bring on their kicker under a minute to go, knowing this game was over, and just get the points right there. 31-13. And here comes the last play of the game, the kneel down, as Matt Barkley takes the knee, and that would be the end of the game. Manziel not able to get his first win as a starter in the NFL, but the Eagles do move on to 2-0 after that kind of a close game where we played pretty bad the second half, as LeSean McCoy gets another as LeSean McCoy gets another 3-touchdown performance. And this game so far, or this season so far, is looking pretty good. Matt Barkley looks like he's going to be a solid starter. So we will continue on with Matt Barkley. No guarantee he's going to keep it all season, though. If he starts to play bad, I will bench him without thinking. So tune in next episode, or next episode, I don't know what to call it, to see who we play. And I believe next is the Washington Redskins, actually. So stay tuned for that. But this is Teenage Knight, and I'm out.